Hi there! Today we'll be talking about focus and multitasking and how to run several projects at once. I will be giving you a few productivity hacks along the way, so keep watching. Hi everyone, Teresa here from Lead Yourself. I'm helping you to lead your life towards more freedom and more happiness by providing insights and tips on how to improve your life when it comes to time, energy, and money. If you're new here, then make sure to hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any of those, and don't forget to hit that little bell too. So, have you ever felt like you have taken on more than you can handle? Or maybe you can handle it for the time being, but you keep sacrificing sleep, health, or relationships in order to keep going? Ever wondered how successful people manage their time? If so, then this video is for you. Imagine instead that you feel in control of your life and that you are always confident that you're doing the right thing. Time is less of an issue as you have mastered the way that you make use of it. During this year, I have really struggled with time as I have been running my own business as a consultant, where I've been working a full-time job with my client. I have been starting up this YouTube channel, which started out taking me about 2 full working days per week. I'm also in the process of starting up yet another business, which I've been working on for 1 to 2 hours every day, but would need to work on more. This essentially had me working around 9 to 10 hours per day, including the weekends. And I spend 30 to 60 minutes per day exercising and have several hobbies. All this while being a mom of 3 kids. I knew this was not going to be feasible in the long run. That's why I've been looking for all sorts of ways to optimize the process without sacrificing the results. One of the biggest challenges I found was when I was trying to do a little bit of everything every day. I have been a huge fan of taking one small step every day to always keep going and to keep up momentum. This is a good strategy for some projects, especially for beating procrastination when trying to get started. If you want to know more, then you should watch the video from the card above after finishing this one. Anyway, I found it to not be such a good strategy once a project gets up to speed and you just need to keep going. It works well for 1 or 2 things at a time, but it's hard to keep up with when you are juggling many things. I was time blocking everything, and while this helped a great deal with staying productive in the short term, it caused a lot of stress. I was allocating 8 hours each weekday to my day job, 1 to 2 hours per day for YouTube, 1 to 2 hours per day for my new business, and 1 hour per day for exercising. That's up to 13 hours every weekday, and that's not including travel time, meals, household chores, family time, and everything else that needed doing. I managed to do this for about a month before I realized it was never going to work. The problem was this. I was wasting valuable time. While I was able to keep up with those commitments, I wasn't being productive at all. I spent a lot of time context switching, and my work was constantly cut short when a new time block began and I had to start over to work on something else. For example, every time I sat down to do research or to plan a video, I was spending time getting into the right mindset. Every time I was going to record, I had to set up my equipment because I don't have the possibility to keep it set up while I don't record. And that's only talking about making videos. I can simply say I don't do this anymore. I now do all YouTube stuff on a single day, which allows me to focus and has cut the time I spend on a single video in half. I know I can take it even further by batching up videos. And that's sort of what I'm getting at here. Switching from doing a little bit of everything every day has turned into more focused sessions that are far more productive. So when an activity requires extensive context switching, it's better to prioritize focus over daily action. This usually applies to things that require a lot of thought process or a physical setup. On the other hand, things that you can just pick up and do at whatever time you want are better done a little bit every day. For instance, tidying up your home. For things like that, setting a timer when you have 10 minutes left over and doing quick sweeps does wonders, and you will have made good use of time that you didn't think you had. So we have been talking about focus, but how about multitasking? Have you ever done that? What comes to your mind first? Pause the video and write in the comments right now and let me know. Now, can you truly do several things at once? The answer is yes, but it depends. It depends on what the things really require from you. Doing two things that require brain power at the same time will most likely end up in severe confusion and errors. Try right now if you can think about two separate things at once. And no cheating. Quickly switching between two thoughts doesn't count. How about physical things? Can you dance while playing the guitar? Possibly, if you can do those two things separately. Now, can you do two things with your right hand at once? That's harder, right? Maybe you can do one thing with your thumb and another with your fingers, but that's sort of extreme. So you can possibly do two, maybe three things at once with your body as long as you're using different body parts. But it's usually something that requires practice and focus. But let me tell you what you probably can do, and very productively too. You can combine a physical activity with an activity that requires thinking. They tend to complement each other instead of combating for resources. I always, and I mean always, do something productive like listen to an audiobook, watch an online course, or brainstorm video ideas when I'm out on my daily walks or runs. And you know what? The physical activity actually improves the power of the brain, and having something to think about makes the activity feel so much easier and makes the body sort of run on autopilot. Imagine being out running and suddenly finding that you almost reached your goal without even thinking a single negative thought along the lines of, I can't do this, it's too hard, I need to stop, I'm too tired, or something along those lines. Now, I know that some activities would require a bit of creativity to make this work, but it's worth it. For instance, I'm able to watch videos and write notes on my phone while I walk, but while I run, that's a different story. When running, I distract myself by thinking about video topics, and whenever I get an idea, I take an audio note of it, or simply just try to remember it. So throughout this video, we have talked about several different types of activities and ways to make them more productive. In some cases, you can make use of multitasking as long as you don't try to do two things at once that require the same sort of attention from you. One physical and one mental activity usually work well. Then for those things that you can just pick up and do at any time, make use of those small time slots throughout your day where you would normally do nothing, and set a timer and just do it. This will help you get rid of the little distractions in your life that tend to pile up. Finally, you have the larger bits of work that require a lot of context switching. There you should make sure that you find a balance between focus and momentum. Remember that not only daily action contributes to momentum, focus contributes too, and big time. You can make use of time blocking as well if you want, but make sure you plan to get enough done within a single time block. If you do, then the knowledge that you are working on the right thing for now helps to be more productive. Time blocking also helps when you plan out your life so that you can have a better balance between work, family, friends, and whatever is important to you. It works a little bit like follows. You create a list of 5 most important things in your life and dedicate time to each of them by creating time blocks in your calendar. If you want to know more about time blocking, I will have a video about that soon. But for now, that's it for today. I hope you get something valuable out of watching this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to stay notified when new videos like this are released. Now, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye!